why did 343 delay Halo Infinite campaign co-op again? Well, we're going to find out about all that and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punch305, and with me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
Monday, am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right.
Listen, I vote that they make Mondays illegal. But then they'll fuck Tuesday up, so maybe not.
You know what? Yeah, I was gonna ask if our viewers could agree to that, but you know what? We'll leave it to that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
If they fuck Monday up, they're gonna fuck. If we get rid of Monday, they'll fuck something else up.
I don't know. Eventually, something's gonna happen. We're gonna end up just. Could we do something with Friday? Just only Friday, because we already fucked up Monday to Thursday. It's bound to happen. But you know, let's get down to it, Willie. There's a lot to talk about today, dude. And first thing we're gonna come up with, not even come up with, talk about it, is Activision Blizzard sued by family of a former employee who died by suicide. God rest that person's soul. And it's a following acquisition with Activision Blizzard they're going under fire right now for claims for, equal pay violation, sex discrimination, and sexual harassment, the norm what they always go through. But the company is being sued by a family of a former employee who died by suicide in 2017. Now, Willie, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's bad. This is already the shit pile that Activision Blizzard is going through. It keeps getting higher and higher and higher. And this is already almost the icing of this freaking shit cake. So let's talk a little bit more about this, Willie.
You can actually fertilize the entire planet with this fucking shit pile these people are swimming in. So, all right, the allegations are, according to, this is reported on by the Washington Post. Mm-hmm. The family of Carrie Moynihan, who used to be a finance manager at Blizzard, are suing Activision Blizzard because they're saying that her suicide in 2017 was their fault because of the sexual harassment that she experienced. The fact, what's being said is this.
Okay.
Back in 2017, Blizzard had a company retreat, and during that retreat, Moynihan was found dead. It was ruled a suicide, and the family is claiming that sexual harassment that she experienced from her boss at the time, someone named Greg Restituto, was to blame for her suicide.
Okay.
Evidently, they had Greg Restituto and Miss Moynihan had some kind of a relationship.
I was gonna say adult relation.
Yes, adult relations.
Yeah.
And the thing that triggered her suicide was the fact that nude photos of her that may have come from Restituto were circulating around her co-workers. She took her life because of the shame.
What is he?
And dude, as a matter of fact, this particular thing was alluded to in the lawsuit at the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing dropped on Activision Blizzard last year. That's pretty fucked up, folks.
That is more than fucked up, Willie. And I have a question. Is this guy still working for Activision? Because
I don't believe so. I mean,
I'm surprised.
They started cleaning house. To be fair, because we really fair, Blizzard got rid of the biggest offender of the sexual harassers in their company before the lawsuit came out, when then President J. Allen Brack fired Alex Afrasiabi, who's basically he's almost like the ringleader, even though there wasn't really an organized group, but he was the most high-profile abuser among all of them. So, yeah, some steps were taken before the lawsuit, but again, this shit happened in 2017.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were in a hurry to do any of this.
I get it. But I know the family was probably taking legal matters and taking their time and trying to get this pretty much, to the books for the lawsuit. So I'm gonna take that wild hunch at least.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that yeah, they were biding their time and getting evidence and getting legal opinions.
Yes.
Before dropping this lawsuit. You know what? Fuck it. This shit like this needs to be brought to light so that they can stop doing this shit.
I mean, if we were to think about it, Willie, I mean, there is one person we still can blame for this shit, right?
I mean, no. All roads lead to CEO Bobby Kotick. That motherfucker had to go before all of this.
Oh yeah.
But now with all this and all the information that's come to light afterwards, yeah, bro man gotta go.
Oh yeah, big time. Like, I don't know what type of string that man's on, but he needs to be cut already. And
the fucked up thing is, that he's probably going to be safe until and only if the proposed sale to Microsoft goes through. If the FTC doesn't hassle them too much, and they're able to get through regulators, Bobby's gone.
Yeah.
But he's going to be gone with a real nice golden parachute. Millions of dollars that he'll be able to pocket. And he just, millions of dollars that he gets to pocket for overseeing a company that sexually harasses its own employees.
The mother. Man, look, the only thing I can say about this, Willie, and this is just kind of to move forward, with this and keep on going. Now, just to kind of go over because that sounds rude, but the only thing I could wish for the family of Carrie and all her loved ones, family, friends, and all that. Carrie.
Oh, sorry, Carrie. I'm sorry. I don't know why. All of a sudden the name sounded wrong to me.
It's okay. Well, for the family, friends, and everybody, for Carrie, we wish her peace, and we hope that you guys find peace inside of you guys, and especially with this lawsuit and afterwards. But hope you guys, find in your hearts, and we say that we wish you nothing but peace. But let's continue on, Willie, because that's not the only lawsuit we're going to be talking about, which we have a second lawsuit, which is a lawsuit filed against Take-Two for loot box and NBA 2K, which I'm going to be honest, I thought it was going to come around sooner or later. What the fuck? Like this, like I was waiting for this to happen.
I didn't think it would.
You did
it? with the loot boxes dropping in attention, mainly because a lot of companies want to avoid even talking about them. I didn't think it was going to. But hey, couldn't have happened to a better company, right? Because 2K games love them loot boxes.
Oh my god. Like anything else.
Well, Take-Two does. And the edict comes down from on high, and the developers have to go ahead and acquiesce. But yeah, they love their loot boxes over there. And this one is it was filed by it was filed on behalf of a minor and their guardian at the Winnebago County Circuit Court in January, and then was moved to District Court in Northern Illinois last month.
Okay.
I'm gonna quote from the lawsuit. Quote: defendants' unfair, deceptive, and unlawful practices, including illegal gambling practices, deceive, mislead, and harm consumers. I know there's people out there who are going to say that loot boxes aren't gambling because they don't fit the legal definition of gambling.
Okay.
The legal definition of gambling says that you have to wager money for a chance to win money back or something of value. And loot boxes don't meet that definition because, well, I mean, those things don't have any real value. They only have value inside the game.
Huh.
But it's still something of value.
It's still a gamble.
It's you're still throwing money at the chance of winning something in game.
Yeah. Gamble.
And the thing that really trips me out is that these loot boxes are popular as shit and actually are predatory towards, well, people with gambling addiction, how convenient, but also children. And that wouldn't be that big of a deal, I guess, except the fact that, these are on games that are rated suitable for children.
Yeah.
The NBA 2K games and games like FIFA and Madden, yeah, they're rated E for everybody.
Horrible. I just think, man, that this whole gambling bullshit just needs to like stop, man. Like I'm tired of this whole loot box. Put money into it to get something that you don't even know. You're not even 100% sure where you're gonna get it. Actually, like never. You're never sure.
No, of course not. Well, I mean, there have been some attempts to improve things.
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite brought out loot boxes briefly, but then they made a change where you can actually see the contents of the loot box before you go for it. So I mean, some improvements.
I mean, I just still see this whole in-game credit crap. It still bothers me, but whatever, man. An improvement's an improvement.
I mean, yeah, in my opinion, it won't be improved until they're absolutely gone, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I'm the optimistic one here, so yeah, I agree.
No, and if you were to go and say that it would go away, I would remind your optimist ass that there's too much money to be lost if they ban these things.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's continue on. So, 343 Industries delays Halo Infinite Campaign co-op again. Willie, why? I mean, from what I'm hearing, they're even being blunt about it. It's not even I'm so sorry. They're just like, fuck it. Just let them know why. And like, that's what I'm hearing. Is that even actually true?
Transparency is a good thing. Well, let's go ahead and start with the fact that a campaign co-op for Halo Infinite was supposed to come out sometime in May 2022.
Huh.
But now they're saying that no, that's not the case. They're going to delay it. And I'm going to quote: "The reality is that it's going to take more time to land a high-quality, full-featured, 4-player network co-op experience in the massive, wide-open world of Halo Infinite. We're also committed to a great 2-player split-screen co-op experience on all Xbox console, from the original Xbox One through the Xbox Series X. And the non-linear, wide-open sections of the campaign present some big challenges for split screen that have taken us more time to solve." I mean, again, they're being transparent.
It's good.
We're having some issues.
It sucks though.
They're saying we're having some issues. These are the issues we're having, and we want to get this right so that you guys won't be sitting there complaining about it. So we're gonna have to delay it. I've always said this, I'd rather a company delay things if they're not going to get it right.
I agree. You know what? You actually make some point there.
They're going to piss off fans because fans want the game right now. But if they get the game right now and it sucks, they're going to be more pissed. They'll get Cyberpunk 2077.
Jesus.
Well, because that's the go-to right now.
Yeah, it is. I just remember all the talk and hype when it was on freaking E3 and people got to play like, oh my god, it's gonna be revolutionary, amazing, and it still came out to be a piece of garbage. And then they fixed it up a little bit.
It was revolutionary, and it revolutionized what disappointment is.
That's bad. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Let us know, please, down below. Everything we're talking about above and below us, please let us know what you guys think about this, and let's have a conversation about it. And let's continue on. Which there are over 1,000 verified games to play on Steam Deck right now. Willie, this is huge. Now for Steam Deck that they're gonna have over 1,000 games, this is amazing.
It's a big deal.
Big deal.
It's a big deal. Like usually consoles, when they come out, you have a few launch titles. And you have to wait for a while to get a decent enough library.
Like
this one's coming
5.
out with not just PlayStation 5. I mean, we're talking about the Steam Deck here, so we have to make comparisons to the Switch because everybody wants to make that comparison. Even though, like I said, it's not a fair comparison.
No.
This is one of the reasons why. When the Switch came out, it had a very small library of games at launch. Some of them were great, like Breath of the Wild, and some of them were like okay, like 1-2 Switch. But the Steam Deck, because of the fact that it's going to be using Steam's library,
Mm-hmm.
and they're working on trying to get a lot of games verified to work on it, it has a launch day massive library. And here we are. The on a Steam community forum post, they went ahead and said that they have over 1,000 verified games, meaning that they will play on the Steam Deck with no problems. That's a big deal. Here's a quote.
Big deal. That's a big promise.
Here's a quote from Valve. Our existing standards for titles to get a verified or playable rating are very high. If a game shows controller glyphs 99% of the time, but tells you to press F sometimes during gameplay, that's playable, not verified. If 99% of a game's functionality is accessible, but accessing one optional in-game minigame crashes or one tutorial video doesn't render, that's unsupported.
Oh.
Meaning that they set the standard high. If it's verified, it has to be 100%, all across the board.
Just all in. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Like I said, that's pretty good. So you buy a Steam Deck, you have all these games that you can potentially play on it right now.
That's really good. Over 1,000 games already, so that's really good.
And none of them is Soda Drinker Pro.
Oh God, why not? That should be one of them. Damn it.
Well, because I'm guessing it's too awesome of a game for them to put on there. It's like it taxes the specs of the highest costing Steam Deck. And no, in order for them to get the performance right, they'd have to make a portable PS5.
Okay.
Have I mentioned how much I absolutely hate that game and the fact that I can't get it on my fucking library?
You hate it? Never in a million years I heard of this.
Whoever it was that sent us that code, I hope your console gets herpes.
Anyway,
I hope you try to mine on your PC and it burns the fucking house.
You know what? I think the guy gets it. I'm pretty sure he gets it.
I hope he gets it. Herpes, that is.
Let's continue on, ladies and gentlemen. And let's talk about the Batman opening box office. The opening box office is DC's highest since 2016, Suicide Squad. That's simply amazing. I didn't know it was that high past Suicide Squad, because I would have thought with oh no, that's right, because of the whole human malware. Never mind. Sorry, brain fart. So yeah, it looks like the Batman is up to the highest since the Suicide Squad, Willie. Well, Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad. So what are your thoughts of that, dude?
I'm gonna say that it's surprising.
Yeah.
I say that because the highest opening weekend for Warner Bros. And DC since Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, Wonder Woman and Aquaman both came out after. And yeah, you can say also Joker.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a DC EU thing, but it's still DC.
Still, yeah.
But details.
Go.
The Batman opened this weekend, and it pulled in $128 million.
Fantastic.
And it was flirting with 130 million.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal, and especially for a movie like that. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, go out and check it out. I mean, I want to say it's the best movie out there and whatever, and put all this flame onto it. It's a really good Batman movie, because I have people that have gone, and they've gone twice already to see this movie, and I want to see it. I actually want to see it again.
Yeah. Now, just for for comparison, everyone wanted to go ahead and say that, oh no, because it's going to make the kind of money that Spider-Man No Way Home did. Guys, nothing was going to make that kind of money. Nothing. That movie made almost $250 million its opening weekend. It was, I mean, seriously? Did you really think that? I mean, The Batman was a great movie, fine. But that much money? No.
No, but you know what?
And for further reference, I'm sorry.
No, go.
Suicide Squad in 2016 made $133 million.
Yeah.
Opening weekend. So you telling me that Wonder Woman and Aquaman didn't do those numbers?
I think it did, man. And we're talking about, and I'm thinking about this is like before the whole human malware.
Yeah, because when Wonder Woman came out in 2017, Aquaman was 2018.
Yeah.
Those movies, I mean, Aquaman did make massive numbers, especially outside of the country.
Yeah.
But and Joker made $92 million, by the way.
Okay.
But Joker was an R-rated movie, and you knew that the Batman was going to make more than that.
Absolutely.
Well, it was reasonably assumed. Let's be serious. Can't take anything for granted nowadays.
But
so, I mean, that's a great opening, and for a movie that many people say is really good. So there's maybe a case where second week it may make a lot more money. Because word of mouth.
But look, now besides the whole word of mouth, Willie, is going to come to pretty much our next subject, because if the Batman is doing good in numbers right now with all the tickets it's getting, we're going to be giving some of the credit to one specific major chain that's making you pay more to see this movie.
Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it, because I'm a little about it. I get one thing. If you're gonna be paying for like Cinebistro or any of those movies, the luxury theaters where you can have a steak, a burger, and all that stuff to watch this film, I kind of get it, because you're being catered and you have people there cleaning, and they're pretty nice. It's nice. It's all good. It's an adult theater technically. But if you're gonna go to a regular movie chain like AMC, and they're gonna make you pay more for a specific movie, I feel that. Almost feel like we're getting ripped off or somehow, because it's just a regular theater.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
The theater chain in question is, to nobody's surprise, AMC Entertainment. They had a post-quarterly earnings webcast today, and CEO Adam Aaron talked about how they were planning to raise the price of tickets for the Batman, seeing as it was a more popular movie. Now, it's not a huge amount, but there's research that was done, not professional research, but just seat of the pants research, that said that the tickets for the Batman were usually about between $1 and $1.50 more than other movies. And in talking about this, and I'm going to quote CEO Adam Aaron here, he said this: "This is all quite novel in the United States, but actually AMC has been doing it for years in our European theaters. Indeed, in Europe, we charge a premium for the best seats in the house, and it's due just about all sellers of tickets in other industries. Take sports events, concerts, and live theater, for example." Now, you go right ahead, but I have a few words to say about this.
Okay, the only thing I got to say is how much more they're charging, because again, if they're going to be charging like $1, maybe $1 more, I will be like, that's not such a bad, for $1 more for a movie, I'll be like, I guess I could squeeze that out. Again, you're going to be squeezing it for yourself, your family members, whoever you're taking with you, or whoever's paying for it. Get it. But if it's going to be like a $3 difference, I am going to be a little pissed about it. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to go here. I'm just going to go to a freaking CMX theater or any other chain that doesn't have to be AMC and watch the movie from there.
Well, first thing I'm going to say is something on top of what you said before about paying premium for unique experiences.
Yes.
Yes, like you said, going to a Cine Bistro or any other, upgraded theater experience
Yes.
is expected. You're paying more for either the ability to see a movie that's adults only, not that it's an adult only movie, but like an adult only atmosphere.
Yeah.
Where you can have food, brought to you, and you can have drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the seats are ultra fucking comfortable.
Very.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Of course.
Am I entirely against the idea of charging more for popular movies?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. I mean, let's face it. It's capitalism.
Yeah.
People want something, you're going to charge more for it.
But like I was saying before, Willie, if it's $1 difference, will you kind of like bat your eye on it and be like, okay, I guess $1.
Does it even a matter? Okay, and my problem is not even the dollar, the price.
Mm-hmm.
No, $1 to $1.50. I'm not gonna bat an eye on that.
Okay.
You spend $25 on a bucket of popcorn.
The
$1 for a ticket is not gonna exactly break the bank if you're able to do that.
Yeah.
But charging more for a movie and to get the same experience that I would get for any other movie, to me seems like it's just a money play. Am I against it? No, but I don't like it. Like I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, you gotta ban this shit. No, fuck it. The market is supposed to bear whatever. What is it? The market's supposed to be dictated by what people will pay for it, for things. So yeah, there's plenty of people who are gonna say, yeah, but I really want to see the Batman. All right, let me charge me the extra $1.50.
Yeah.
But making this a trend and gouging people, because if it's $1 now, it's gonna be $2 eventually.
Oh no, eventually, and ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, summer blockbusters are coming soon, and they're coming in hot. Summer.
How would you like to know? I would like to find out when you get to the theater that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is only $5 more per ticket.
Jesus, nah. You know what, bro? I'll stop right there. Again, I'll go to another chain because if AMC is doing this, right? AMC is going to be doing this. Again, I'll be like, you know what? Do I really have to go to an AMC theater? If I want to pay $5 more, I'm going to go to one of the luxury ones and have a burger, steak, or whatever the hell I want to eat while I'm watching the freaking movie. Why do I have to spend that much money to be in a room that I'm going to be on one chair eating a bowl of popcorn with family, friends, or whatever, and we're just surrounded by other people? When I'd rather be paying for that extra money for a couch chair type of thing, well, me and my significant other and whatever friends up with us, whatever, around the whole other couch area, and we can just be enjoying the theater in that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. That's just me.
Two more things I want to bring up on this one.
Okay.
One was the bullshit argument that he had, where he said, well, other events do it too, like live concerts and live and sporting events.
Okay.
In that case, you're talking about seats and an event, not the entire event itself.
Yeah.
And not just that, you're going to compare a movie that has a 3 to 6 week run at theaters to a concert, which may have 2 or 3 dates, 2 or 3 days where you can see the concert live. Are we gonna make that distinction? Oh no, because you'll pay premium seats to go see the Dolphins. Yeah, they only have 8 home games every year. I can go see whatever movie you put out on a Tuesday at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, he can also kind of comparing that, because even like, let's say for certain events like that on certain weekends, let's say a comedy show, you're gonna see one comedian on either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Friday and Saturday, they're gonna have 2 different prices. Once you go to Sunday, it's gonna be a little lower, and it happens. You can look at it right now.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. unless it's a person like a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce,
Mhm.
where every single concert's going to be $5,000 and leave your left kidney here just in case we want more.
Yeah.
But not even
Yeah.
that. Like seriously? Are they saying? Are they going to go to? Is it going to get to a point where now they're going to say, "Oh, you want those seats? Oh no, those seats cost more."
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Why? It's a fucking movie. It looks the same no matter where you're sitting on. I mean, well, yeah, if you sit in front like we did for Justice League,
Oh,
and you
I
have to
blame PD.
see
I blame PD.
and you have to
Sorry.
see a Superman's non mustache up close and,
Huh?
and have
No.
dreams about that upper lip for months. I
No.
get that, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to bring up:
Yes.
how are people going to respond to this, knowing that in 45 days, because this is a Warner Brothers movie in this case, in 45 days they could just watch it at home.
That's the part that it bothers me, which I mentioned it the other day. Um, Being that Batman is doing so good right now in the box office, do you think that they're gonna pull out from that 45 day and they'll be like, you know what, let's keep it in theaters for a little bit longer just to see how far it
Possibly,
goes? Because I
possibly,
mentioned it already, and I was like, you know what,
because
okay, fine. And the movie, I'm not gonna say the movie tanks, but let's say it does reasonably well, and then 45 day passes up, like, you know what, that's fine. But if the movie's doing so good in theaters that once you hit that 45 day mark, do you think that HBO and DC are gonna be like, you know, I think let's just extend it a couple more, one more month maybe, just because, and
it's
then
entirely
after that
possible.
month, then put it. I think so.
It's entirely possible. Think of it this way. Look at the look at that. And we're gonna go back to it. Look at Spider-Man: No Way Home. And mind you, it was the movie is still in theaters, and just this past weekend, it made $4 million. Like, oh wait, not that big of a deal.
Hmm.
Uncharted only made 6.
Yeah,
So the fact that they said that it's going to be available digitally has not affected that movie.
at all.
But I still hold that that movie is a special case,
Yeah,
because there
I
isn't
think so.
any movie there's no movie out right now or available excuse me, in the near
Yes.
future that's going to have the allure that No Way Home did.
It's true. You're
That
you're
was that was
absolutely
a
right about
that,
that.
that was a unicorn of a movie.
It was.
Okay.
But the thing is
A
that at least for that unicorn of the movie, it had a following from the beginning to the middle and to the end,
Well, this
which
one did
it
too.
continued. No, of course, but I'm just saying, like, think about it. We're looking now. I'm not talking about just the movie itself, Willie. I'm talking about Spider-Man: No Way Home, Spider-Man: Far From Home, and then Spider-Man: Homecoming. We had this trilogy just going, and then we're following this character and everything he's going through, right? And then, of course, this end one that it's technically part of whatever's going on in the MCU, right? So then
Well, yeah.
everyone's invested in it. They're like, bro, we need to see what happens in this freaking movie. Versus Batman, where we get to see Robert Pattinson come out again acting and now becomes the Batman. And everybody's kind of curious to see how he does, which I personally think he did phenomenal. But everyone is kind of invested to the point that, like, let's see how this guy does in this movie. And the people are liking it, so people are still going back to watch the movie again. Maybe there's something they missed out. Versus what happened to Spider-Man, freaking comic book nerds just blew their brains out and they're like, we need to keep watching this like 6 more times because we missed something. And it's common.
Well, that
It's true.
happens in general with popular superhero movies. People will go in and take in second or third screenings,
Mm-hmm.
partly to catch things they missed before,
Yeah.
but also partly because they love the movie that much. The
Indeed.
reason why I say No Way Home was a unicorn is because it had not just a ravenous following of the people who like the movie, Spider-Man fans, but just the whole nostalgia of seeing what you saw on the screen.
Yeah.
Remember that before the movie came out, like you couldn't go 2 feet without seeing more speculation.
Hmm.
Oh, is Superman going to be in this movie? Oh, are we going to get a cameo by Kiss?
I mean, any
And
moment
then
now
when
we could have.
and then when the movie finally came out and all the cameos that you saw were there, that drove people even crazier.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could talk about it now. Come on, I mean, spoilers. I like to hold off on spoilers, but I think that this is a time where I think the people. unless they were in very extreme circumstances, they know what happened.
I mean, yeah, we can.
Like, all right, tell me that you didn't get giddy when you saw Andrew Garfield and then Tobey Maguire show up.
Oh, I freaking shit my pants. I was one of the people in the theater yelling. Like, yeah,
they had me
just yelling.
They had me at Charlie Cox.
Yeah. Oh my god, when I saw him there, that was just awesome. When he caught the brick.
Yes.
Yes.
How'd you do that? I'm an excellent lawyer.
Even I took it. I'm like, yeah,
like,
he is.
So that one had like all this groundswell well before the movie came out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all giddy excitement
Yes.
at the possibility of seeing at least one of them, and then you got them all.
Yeah.
It was a cultural event.
Oh, no,
The
yeah,
Batman had a groundswell mainly because people were interested in the concept of an early Batman, and some people were morbidly curious because of Robert Pattinson. Get over it, people. He is a good actor.
He is. And I've been saying it since when I heard this story. I'm like, you know what? I know people are going to be saying that he's a glitter Batman and he sucks at the vent. What? I personally thought he was actually pretty good besides that movie when I saw him in friggin' the Harry Potter movie. And I was like, man, that's actually a pretty good movie. And then also, I think the other movie that he was in about the World Trade Center. And I was like, man,
I didn't like that movie. I didn't like that movie.
But the acting was good, though.
That movie can go straight to hell. And by the way, that's a spoiler.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Oh, that's right. Damn. But either way, the movie was really good.
Doesn't fucking matter. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. My favorite movie of his is still A Lighthouse, and partly because Willem Dafoe is a fucking monster.
I need to see that movie still.
It's a really good movie.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
You're gonna get confused, but it's a really good movie. But yeah, I mean, and you can't blame him for Twilight because you got to work with what they give you. And he wasn't given anything he wasn't given anything spectacular. Sorry, no offense to Twilight fans, but I'm not a fan.
It's true though. I get it.
Don't you dare fucking talk to me about that 50 Shades crap. I know it's a totally different movie and he wasn't in it, but fuck those movies. Fuck those movies, okay?
I'm sorry, but those movies were just meant to turn all the women on. All of them.
Listen.
It was just meant for that.
Maybe it did.
It did.
Maybe it did.
It did.
I don't know.
We have to look at the categories of how many babies were made after that movie. Because everybody was just getting plowed that day. And there's someone here with a red room somewhere on here. But anyways, we need to get past this.
Yeah, let's not talk about this anymore.
Let's talk about something even more weird. Disgusted. Let's talk about something more weird right now, Willie, which is Spawn reboot development is getting hot and heavy. Todd McFarlane says.
This is for you.
When the fuck? All right. Let me just cool down for a second because we all got the first Spawn movie many moons ago, and that's still a guilty pleasure for me. I hate the movie, but I still like watching it. I don't know why, but whatever. So we've been waiting for Todd McFarlane to tell us more about this movie ever since he told us that freaking Jamie Foxx was gonna be Spawn himself, and also Jamie Renner was gonna be Twitch. I think that's his name. But either way, and I've been waiting for this movie more than anything. I kind of kept following this. There's a lot of comic book people that I know, comic book owners, comic book store owners, that they say fuck Todd McFarlane and for everything he's doing. I don't know why.
Because he's a douchebag. That's why. Because he's a grade A fucking douchebag.
There you go.
I'm not gonna get into that. Don't make me get into that.
No, I'm not gonna let you get into that.
Just accept that Todd McFarlane's a douchebag and we can move on.
I'll just keep going with that. But yeah, so look, right now he's saying it's hot and heavy, but he's not really saying much about it. But I don't get it, Willie. Like, seriously, I don't get it. I'm a huge Spawn fan. I love Spawn. I love the character. I love the HBO specials when they had him, and all the gore and stuff that was happening in that freaking in those shows. It was just amazing. But what the fuck's going on with this, man? What the fuck?
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
Let's make this one quick because I know you hate Spawn, but I mean not Spawn, but
no, I don't hate Spawn. I decide I don't hate. Hate's a very strong word. I reserve that word for very, very few things. Vegetables being one of them. But he was being interviewed by Comic Book Nation.
Okay.
And his words, because they asked him about the idea that people like the idea of the anti-hero
Okay.
and using that as a blockbuster. And I quote, I think that any time any of those have success, I think it began a little bit with what Venom did, because he's sort of an anti-hero and then really got turbocharged with Joker. Now, like you're saying, the iteration of Batman and Moon Knight we're seeing, that there is a hunger there, that everything doesn't have to go quite down to the 7-year-old level. He's going and making a veiled dig saying that the MCU movies are for 7-year-olds. I just
felt
want
it.
you to I caught that. That's what I felt.
I felt it. I felt it.
But you know what? This is gonna be a movie that's gonna be a little darker, only because it's being produced by Jason Blum.
It's gonna be freaking good.
So if Blumhouse is involved, there's gonna be bodies.
You better expect a lot of everything.
I sucks. One of the reasons why I dislike McFarlane is literally what he's done with regards to that with Spawn. I almost said Venom. With Spawn.
Yeah.
Because the concept of Spawn was really good.
Yes.
And I remember I used to get the books back in the day, and the first few episodes were really well done.
Very.
And he just everything fucking fell apart because he was more interested in selling fucking real nice looking figures of baseball players than he was about making fucking comic books. No, I'm not bitter. And mind you, Spawn's not one of my pantheon. Like he's not one of my pantheon level heroes. Like I know you love Spawn,
big time.
but it was a good character that could have been fleshed out a little better at the beginning, but had a lot of promise, and he just fucked it up.
I get it.
So if the movie does well, I'll be happy, but not because of Todd.
I get it. You know what? I really hope that movie does well. I hope it gets, the action it needed. Because again, I still like and hate the first Spawn movie. But again, it's the first Spawn movie. And I have such a weird guilty pleasure of watching it because it's so bad. And I have to watch it. It's just, it happens.
They fucked up Violator.
Oh my God, so many ways. But
the animated series that was on HBO.
God, he was freaking.
It had its weak spots as well, but they did Violator so well.
Oh my God, Violator in that series was such a badass, and especially the way he. Okay, before we go to the last start, the part that when Violator would talk to you, he would talk to you in a whisper.
Yeah,
type of
in a little
conniving way, and he would just have like this way of speaking
creepy
to you.
Whisper.
Yes, and I was like, oh God. And then and then of course when he gets pissed, he turns to freaking the Violator, not the clown no more.
Yeah, not
the
holy clown.
Shit. But then, my God, like there's a part when he was just talking, and I think he was talking about like murdering a kid. He's like, I wonder what it's like to eat her insides, and it was like something like that. And you're like, oh,
positively horrible shit.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God, but then you kept on watching it because it's just that crazy. But
the only thing that makes the movie better for me is watching it and imagining that John Leguizamo, because he was the one who played Violator.
Yeah.
At one point, just coming up and someone saying, "Why are you doing this?" And him saying, "Well, because they stole John Wick's car and killed his dog." and then replying by saying, "Oh."
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's the only thing I have to look for. That's what I do in my head.
Yeah.
To like make things better. Just totally fuck things up in a way that makes me laugh.
No, definitely. You know what, Willie? And speaking about laughter, we need to talk about this part right here. This is the last thing we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. And it's about Keanu Reeves voicing Batman in the DC League of Super Pets. Have I not felt more Batman when I heard Keanu talk like Batman in a cartoon?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Oh my God. No, the thing is that I'm watching it. Mind you, I was all alone in my job, quietly putting on my earphones, listen to it. And he had the voice. It was not like a whoa voice. No, he talked like he was fucking Batman. And I'm here like, holy shit. And then of course you have Kevin Hart with them voicing the freaking, what the fuck is he, a Rottweiler or a pit bull? I don't care. He's a fucking dog having the same traits like Batman about the whole family issues, and they both share this dark passenger type of shit, and they become best friends. Just like that. What?
I don't know how to feel about this. They're not the only ones. Yes, Keanu Reeves is the Batman.
Yeah.
And Kevin Hart is voicing Ace, the Bat Hound.
Yeah.
But no, we're not done. Because John Krasinski is Superman.
Yes.
Not entirely confused there. But Crypto, his faithful dog, is being voiced by Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
I got no words for that. Yeah, I got no words for that.
And there's more people. I mean, they're saying that Natasha Lyonne will be Merton, which is Flash's dog. Vanessa Bayer will be PB, which is Wonder Woman's pet pig. Like, I really need to get Cousin Jose in on this because he's the DC guy. What the fuck?
I got all the questions for Jose. I'm not gonna lie. But again,
like, okay.
I got all the questions, but I really want to see this fucking movie.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, I see that they're going to, this is lighthearted.
Yeah.
Obviously, you hear the lines in this. It's a very lighthearted thing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's just that, it's going to take me a little while.
I get it. I'll let you know when the movie comes out, because I'm going to go see it, like, definitely with my daughter and wife, because it's a must. It's a must.
Oh, yeah.
It's a must.
By the way.
Yes.
This is not the only thing that Warner Animation Group is doing.
Go on, please.
They have more movies coming out, including another Looney Tunes film.
No, stop. This episode is brought to you by D2D.
It's called Coyote versus Acme, and it stars John Cena
as Wile E. Coyote.
I didn't know. Let's find out,
please. Because if it's true, I'll watch it.
It just says it's a live action animated movie, and it looks like he's just gonna be John Cena.
I'll watch it.
But how'd you feel about Scoob?
I liked it.
Okay, there's gonna be a spin-off for HBO Max called Scoob Holiday Haunt.
I guess my daughter will like it.
And because everyone had these questions, Wizard of Oz spin-off, Toto.
The dog?
No, the rainbow.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, forgot that one.
I mean, everyone knows that the rainbow's name was Toto.
Of course, my God, jeez, we're freaking retarded here. What's wrong? We know that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, listen, they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Oh, no, definitely.
I understand them wanting to make more Looney Tunes stuff because, I mean, that's a property that they wanted to exploit. Fine, whatever. And John Cena's great. Another Scoob series. I mean, okay. But explain Toto to me. Someone, please explain Toto to me.
I rather not. You know what? I'll keep that bastard in the back burner because I don't want no parts of this.
Now, if halfway through the movie he ends up doing a rendition of Rosanna by Toto, I'm in. Not Africa. Fuck Africa. Not the continent. The song.
Look, Willie, I think we get the point, but we're gonna have to end this right here, man, because Jesus Christ, we can go on forever right now. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing show. Which again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know we come up with some amazing news, which is 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Willie, do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't know. Suddenly, I want to see Toto singing Rosanna with John Cena dancing. Fuck,
that's actually a great image. But you know what? We'll we'll leave it like that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.